Hello, how are you doing? Thank you so much for coming over here and joining us today. I'm Adrian Salisbury, if you don't know already, and I want to use this time together to just introduce you to Ecamm Live if you're not familiar with it, or to really hopefully show off a few things over here with Ecamm Live. It's an amazing video production tool for Macs, and then I want to help you and unpack really what we do with this ELA Live, which is our Ecamm Live Academy, because the live event starts on Monday, and this is an awesome opportunity to come and join us. So let's just have a quick nose over here. Got a few folk on. Great to see you in. Hopefully more will be coming as well. Jeremy, I think you're one of the first ones to comment in there. Or City of Morganton. Now I need to just check actually because my overlays. Yeah, something different's happening there. Good to see you. George is in, Val's in, Ecamm are in. Lovely to see you in here. Roz is in from South Australia. Whatever time is this, Roz, for you? Salt Mastery. My name is Dale. Hey, Dale, good to see you again. How many of you were actually with us this week with Ecamm Foundations challenge that we were doing and really getting you started there? Let me know if you've already been on with me already this week. We've had a busy week. We did a 2-hour masterclass a couple of days ago. We did 2 hours on Zoom yesterday, which was great fun. And if you were on there, you should have been sent replays to that and a little survey there as well that would be really helpful to Katie and the team. Yep. Jen, hi from Florida. Hi back. Good to see you. Zurich in the house. Lorenzo, Wolf, San Diego. Amazing. Right. Love it. So, yeah, big welcome. Now, I'm guessing that most of you are, I'm certainly recognizing some names on here. I'm guessing that most of you are already using Ecamm. So give me a yes if you're already using Ecamm, or a no if you're completely new to it and you just happen to stumble across this and wonder what we're talking about today. Mississippi, hey, Dr. Sunny, good to see you. I'm reckoning that most of you are likely to be on Ecamm. George, yeah, City of Morganton. Telling me that you're already using it. But I want to kind of challenge you because I reckon most of you aren't really getting the best out of Ecamm. I certainly know that in my experience when I get on calls with people, with customers, and they're already using Ecamm. But when I start saying, okay, so are you bringing in guests like this, or did you know this? And I'll do something clever where I just make the icons disappear and they go, whoa, I didn't know you could do that. I need to get back into it and have a look at it again. And that seems to be, oh, Stephen's only used it a couple of times. We're almost on the fence. Hey, Neil. Yes, indeed. Absolutely. Yeah, Wolf, Ecamm user and advocate. Brilliant. Love that. So really just, I reckon that most of you, or a lot of you, only just scratching the surface with what you can do. And that's why we love opening your minds to the possibilities of this. We were doing it just on the Zoom call yesterday, and somebody came on and was like, whoa, wait a minute, you just did what? You know, and we don't know what we don't know. I love that phrase. You know, it's where do you kind of go asking questions, or what questions do you ask if you don't actually know what you're looking for? So we love helping you out with that. And I want to just demonstrate a few things that we've got that we can do with Ecamm. Some of it you'll be familiar with. Others of it you might go, didn't know that was a thing. And then I want to unpack our Ecamm Live Academy program and explaining how that we can help you to really get the best out of Ecamm. And you might have spotted this slightly unsubtle ticker that's running across the bottom of the screen here. And just letting you know that we are going to be giving away a free ticket to the ELA Live that's starting Monday. And we've also got a 3 years pro license for Ecamm Live as well. Big thank you to Katie for letting us do that. So as it says down there, and I do have, hang on a second, prize draw. There you go. There's a QR code. I'm guessing most of you are sitting here on your computers. Just grab your phone and open up the camera. You don't have to take a photo if you're not familiar with QR codes. Hover it over it and it should hopefully send you across to, all you got to do is put your name in, put your email in so that we can contact you if we don't know you. We'd love it if you did that. And what we're going to do is do a prize draw towards the end of this session. So I don't know, 40 minutes or so maybe. We're going to do a prize draw. And if your name is called out, you could be winning one of those prizes. But we're really strict on this. You have to be on the live when we call you out. Else we're just going to run it again and somebody else will win your ticket. None of this. So don't pause this, because we've had that in the past where somebody just paused it to go and do something and then they realized they were behind. Yeah, we're going to be strict on it. So yeah. All right. Let's take that one off. So the link's down at the bottom there anyway, but I'll ping this QR code up a couple of times and we'll make sure we get you in for that one. We've got a fun little wheel that we're going to spin at the end and yeah, sort that out. Okay. You'll need to be live. Yeah, just putting a few notes in there. So again, we're live and please let's use this. If you want to ask me questions and things, what really helps is if you can put a little Q and a colon so I can see that it's not just chatting here, but actually it's a specific question that you've got for me. And so if it's about Ecamm or it's about our academy as I'm going through this, please feel free to drop that in. I should just say as well, if people are watching this in the replay, unfortunately, you're going to miss out on these goodies that we've got here. But you can still leave comments down there and you can still join Ecamm Academy at any point. It's just that the live events only happen twice a year and the next one is on Monday, which is why we're all excited. So what is Ecamm Live? Now, when I first discovered Ecamm Live 6 years ago, it was simply to me a tool to really kind of level up and do a decent job out of Facebook Lives. It's grown so much since then. And actually, you know, I'm talking more recently to Katie over at Ecamm and understanding that the majority of Ecamm customers aren't actually primarily using it to live stream. You're using it for all different things. Do you have to subscribe to win? You need to just put your name and email in. And I can assure you we will delete those emails off straight away afterwards. You're not going to get anything from me. So yes, you do need to just go over to that link and put your name and email in so that we can call it out a little bit later. So again, let me just get a bit of feedback from you. What is it that you're using Ecamm for? You know I use it to record videos. Maybe you've got a podcast and you want to be able to record interviews there. Maybe you're running presentations, you know, like this, but maybe over onto Zoom or somewhere, or a webinar platform. Other things on Zoom, keynote sessions. All kinds of stuff that I hear that you're using. So Steve says live streaming your music show, fantastic. And so for those of you that are live streaming, we can go to multiple destinations now as well, which again is one of these things that for those that have had Ecamm and not been around for a little while could completely have missed this. But we're going out to 2 destinations right now. We're going to the YouTube channel on Ecamm and we're going to my YouTube channel as well. We could also be going from here to up to 10 different destinations all at once. So we could be on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, or multiples of any of those. And we're also, some of you, are big into your short form video. We don't have to record in this format. We can actually record and live stream in portrait and send that straight to Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts without needing to do any editing with it, which again is a fantastic way if you want to just capture a quick video, send that file up. Really, really powerful. Let's just see a couple of others. Card readings as a live stream, recording videos, podcast audio, Zoom weekly study and training workshop, podcast presentation, leadership coaching, recording a podcast. I actually read Paul's got a question for Adrian. I'm just seeing what you're saying there. Waiting to show lyrics to your songs. Yeah. So a lot of you here are using it for live streaming like I'm doing right now, but there are also purposes, other ways that you're using that as well, which is fantastic. We can do clever things like you see the chefs on the TV, for instance, with their multiple cameras. You know, we could have up to 3 different cameras working and recording here. We could have more than that attached, but to be recording through Ecamm. I've actually got one back there that you can just see over my shoulder, for example. Multiple cameras attached here. I can, if I had a Stream Deck pedal, if I was wanting, if say I'm doing that craft or I'm doing that cookery show and I don't actually want to be clicking on keys or on a Stream Deck or something, I can actually get a pedal that I could put on the floor below me and I could be changing these camera angles over without any effort, and people would be going, wow, he's got to have a production team there doing that. We can do, so what else can we do? Let's just show you through. Let's have a little bit of a play here. Maybe a slideshow. Well, I can actually, firstly, I can bring chat up and things like this. This can be really good in a live stream when you want to, Owen always tells me off, my son, because I'll sit sometimes kind of trying to read a question and it looks like I'm just zoning out. But so this can be really helpful to be able to just pull up this chat alongside me here, share this part of the window. I could run a live show, a slideshow. So maybe I want to do a PowerPoint presentation or a keynote presentation. And again, with me using a Stream Deck like this that I've got in front of me, I can actually adjust my slides through in here and be walking through this. And it just looks really slick and smart as a way to do this presentation. What else can we do? I've got other buttons along here. We can bring guests in here as well now. So this has, we've got 2 options now. For a while, we've been able to bring guests in. So I can share a link with somebody. They can come in via, ideally, Chrome, and they will come in a little window at the side of me, and I can say, right, allocate you to guest number 4, and wherever I've got a box that says guest 4, they're going to appear in there as soon as I do it. So I can create multiple scenes. Maybe I don't want to be on. Maybe I bring this guest on and then I'm going to disappear and let them come on and take over. So I would just have, instead of me on here, it would say guest 4, and I could bring them on that way and they would take over the whole screen. So that's a really great use. We can also now, with the latest Zoom integration, bring guests in straight from Zoom. We were having fun doing this yesterday in the challenge, and actually bringing people up, bringing them inside our branding, but then still being in that meeting with us. Or even on a call like this, where we're going out to YouTube, I could have brought a guest on through Zoom and then fed them into here as a guest. So really powerful ways that we can do this. And I know a lot of you are doing this and you're using Ecamm to actually record your podcast. This was one of those things the other day that I was talking to one of my customers, and they were using Ecamm from their side, but then they were sending it out to Zoom, bringing on a guest on Zoom and recording it over on Zoom, their interview. And I was saying, no, you don't need to do that. You can bring your guest here into Ecamm. You can do clever things with the recording. So when I'm recording in Ecamm, it isn't just this feed here that has got branding and things around it. Imagine if I'd got guests on here and my guest says something really good that I think, oh, wow, I'd love to use that as a little short afterwards. What Ecamm will allow me to do is any camera inputs that I get, so up to 3 of my own cameras and up to 10 guests that I can bring in, it will give me a file at the end, like a clean feed of their camera coming straight in. The same with audio. So if I wanted a podcast, I've got all of those individual ones. This customer I was talking about, that's what she's doing. She's capturing the videos of her and a guest. She's not live streaming it, but she's got an editor who then turns it into vertical videos or for long form videos, and wants to be able to cut between them. She doesn't want to have to worry about it while she's talking. So it will give her all of that information. Super, super powerful. Lovely to see new guys still arriving. I'll tell you in a second again about this prize draw that we've got. What else can we do? I can bring on my camera and my phone as a camera. And so hopefully it'll wake up. There it goes. This can be really useful. And actually, it's a little bit mucky there. I was about to put it under my t-shirt and scrub it. It's still looking a bit hazy. I really like this yes, it does a very good job as a camera anyway. But when I'm on support calls and I want to just demonstrate something to somebody, or they want to see what my desktop looks like, or my mints down there, or generally a layout, my studio, it becomes really useful. All I did was click a button down here on my Stream Deck that went to my phone camera, and it changed scene across to this one. And so now when I click main and come back to that, yeah, pretty cool. We can do very clever things with an iPad and writing on screen, except you do need to be able to have neat handwriting for this, so I kind of get disqualified for it. But I can just write things like this on the screen. This would be really good if you were, you're doing some chart and you're explaining these different things to people. I could move this around. It becomes really powerful and a great way for you to do this presentation. We're all about trying to stand out and do powerful things so that people go, wow, what is it? How are you doing that? And if you were a keynote presenter and you're doing these kind of things, people are going to absolutely love that when you're presenting at somebody's event and showing up. Nobody else will be doing this, and you are absolutely going to stand out. When connecting an iPhone as a camera, do you use a cable to reduce Wi-Fi usage? No, Steve. And actually, in the latest update, I haven't done it today. I've only just updated my machine today. There is a new app on here that will actually, iPhone mirroring it's called. And so if I wanted to, we're talking here about using a camera, but with iPhone mirror in there, if I wanted to, maybe I demonstrate Instagram and I wanted to just be able to have that screen up at the side. Previously, I would have connected that up with a cable, but now, even though my phone's sitting there asleep, it will pull it in and it'll feed that in. So super powerful. We can play videos. So I've got a little show reel that I'll show you in a few minutes about our academy. We can use a green screen. I'm just trying to really play with things here and let you have a look. I'm throwing all these features at you, really, with my intention being you're already using Ecamm and maybe you're just kind of turning your camera on, putting a logo on. I'd love to just whet your appetite a bit to some different things that you could be doing. Now, I've got a green screen sits just behind me. I can click over here. Whoops. There we go. And I can transport myself into a different room. Fulgens, I know, over on Building Blocks. Anna and Fulgens were doing a show talking yesterday all about green screens and building out the scenes and things behind you there. But for those of you that don't have a nice backdrop, this can actually be a great solution. Or maybe you want to have some specific branding up there. Again, I've got customers who do this, that they host somebody else's show and they want to be able to put branding up there that suits them. Yeah, again, great. What else can we do? What have I done? I've already showed you that we've got a rear camera on here, so multiple cameras that you can have connected. The final one really that I've got lined up here is this widget, and we will use this and have a look at it a bit later. So this is actually what this widget is doing, is bringing in a URL, a web page, wherever I've put that. And I can bring in, so this is a live page here. I haven't got this open on my desktop in front of me, and really powerful that I can actually build up a library of web pages that I go to. Maybe it's my own sales pages and things. Maybe it's back to the Ecamm's homepage, or I've got a YouTube video that I reference a lot. I can build that up and have a little folder full of scenes that are actually all different pages to go to. And with this widget overlay, I can drop that in. I don't have to be going, oh, let me just open that up on Chrome over here and then do a screen share. It's all happening for me, which I just love. It's we were talking the other day about this, really a really powerful feature. So I think in summary, Ecamm allows us to pull off studio quality presentations without needing a production crew. And I've sat and watched people doing like live virtual events, big setups, big budget jobs. And I've actually thought, do you know, I could do that and I could do a better job of it with my laptop and Ecamm and a couple of cameras. It's incredible. Stream Deck as well, that I really do recommend. This has become pretty essential. Everything that I've just shared there, I haven't had to go and click upon my screen. I just press a button and it will come up in front of me. So the combination of these two together are really powerful. We've had some of our Academy members that have pulled off full-on shows where they've brought guests in. They've had videos that have come in from CEOs. They've done quizzes. Lots of fun stuff, awards and that going on with a full show here on Ecamm. I know of churches that use this on a regular basis and pull off really great presentations there. And as I say, podcasts, I think one of the most popular things being used. We can get these individual recording files out. We don't have to then extract the audio. We don't have to try and crop in on something like this. We can have that clean original without any branding. That's definitely a huge winner for people. So many possibilities here. If anybody hasn't used or isn't using Ecamm, we will put a link in the description. If anybody stumbles across this after, I think everybody that I'm seeing here is part of the Ecamm fam. But if anybody stumbles across it, we do have a link down below. We can give you a 14-day trial. But yeah, so let's... That's Ecamm. Anything, let me just have a quick look on here before I come on and talk to you about the Ecamm Academy. Actually, just before I do, if you weren't with us at the start, this ticker along the bottom is telling you that we are giving away towards the end in about 20 minutes. We're going to be raffling off a ticket to Ecamm Live Academy worth $199. And we're also raffling off a year's pro license to Ecamm, which I think is about $380. So big deal. So do make sure, and again, I've got a little QR code that we can put up here. So grab your phones if you're on your desktop, and you can just kind of put it into camera, point it at that. You don't take a photo. It should ping up with a registration page. Let me just have a quick look and see that some are coming in. Oh, that got me worried then. I couldn't see any names. Yes. Now, at the minute, I've only got 13 names in here. So you've got a 1 in 13 chance of winning something. So I encourage you, well, we've got 57 of you on. I encourage you to go over there and put your name in. It doesn't matter whether you've been through before or not. And let's see if you can win. Cherie says just entered. Yep, I'll refresh it in a minute. You're not on there yet. You need to win that. Just sent an email. Okay, sorry, that's to somebody else. A trial would be great. Just getting ready to get started. Well, Jen, you might be able to get a whole year. How mad would that be? So let's take that off. Did anybody get that working, the QR code? Just trying to play with this a little bit. If I come back over to my chat, did I miss anything? How did you make your green screen go full screen with the click of a button? I think Owen did just answer it down there, didn't he? Yeah, it's masking edges. There's a little option there that says mask edges. So these are the things, Mark, that, I love this, that when people that I know are using it very well, very happy with it, it's just the little bits that you don't know if you don't know. And so I enjoy getting to demonstrate, play with a few things. Why am I using the teleprompter? Keeping notes up here. I use a teleprompter all the time. We can have Zoom calls and I can put people up there. I can see myself and what I'm doing and put it up there. Yeah, really powerful. It's just and it's an extra monitor. It's an extra somewhere else that I can push things around. Right, I think we're sorted on those, are we? Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. You know, you're asking why am I using a teleprompter for a show like this? I need notes. You know, I don't want to get to the end of this and go, I forgot to show them that, or I didn't remind them about this. Absolutely. I don't. If you can do something like this without notes, I'd take my hat off to you. I definitely need to have some notes. Great, QR code worked. Thank you for letting me know that one. I definitely branded this up and it looked different to that earlier, but never mind. Couple of years, would be stoked to win a year's subscription. Yeah. Okay. Am I already enrolled? When I joined Ecamm, well, Rach, I'll let Rach come back to you on that one. I'm sure she's got the details in front of her and she can let you know about that. So, Ecamm Live Academy. So we've talked about Ecamm. We've showed off some cool things that you can do with Ecamm if you weren't aware of them already. So Ecamm Live Academy. The Academy itself is an online course. It's a huge A to Z resource covering everything that you could ever need to do with Ecamm. And screen share. Yes, it did work. This is inside Ecamm Live Academy. So we've got over 9 hours worth of videos that you can access through here. We have changed it recently. It used to be in levels that fitted into the 5 days. I'll talk more about that in a minute. But we've put categories over here. So there's an introduction to Ecamm, and then inside of here, apologies if this is a bit small on your screen, unboxing Ecamm right at the basic level, understanding the hierarchy of profiles, scenes, overlays, finding your way around, setting up preferences. So we go right into all the preferences, all the settings, and encourage you how to dial those in or give you different options on them. Let's come back. Let's profiles, scenes, and overlays. So every type of overlay that you can do, there is a video showing you how to do it. So if you look at all these things and you go, how does he do that? And as soon as you hear that this is a scrolling ticker, for instance, running along the bottom, there's a video showing you how to use that. I talked about widgets. There's a video showing you how to use those. Camera overlays, putting things into a folder. So what we do is we'll be back and forth referencing this inside of the live training. We use that as your resource. It's your library. You've got it for life. 24/7 resource that you've got there when Ecamm do updates. And they've been very kind to me for a little while. I think that the Zoom one we caught. But then, you know, anytime there's an update or the navigation changes or there's things you need to know about, we'll pop in a new video or we'll completely re-record it if we need to. And you get all of those updates for life. So fantastic resource. We really want that to be the first place you go. So you can bookmark it, put it in your Chrome browser. And if you've got any questions about Ecamm, you can just head in there, watch one of those videos. Keeps track of where you've been up to. It shows you what videos you've already watched, all of those cool things. But that could be available just as an online resource and you have a go and work through it. But it's not massively different to what we give you on YouTube with videos over there that you can just binge watch. You can go through anyone's playlist and watch a whole load of videos. Yes, it's nicely organized, it's structured, but we want to give people more than that. And we realize that actually educating you and giving you those videos is kind of half the solution. We wanted to give you a safe place to be able to actually practice this, get inspired and get support from other people and be okay to mess up because it happens to all of us. And this is really what we do. This is why twice a year we open up our ELA Live so that we actually take all that training that we've given you and we allow you in a 2-week live boot camp, in effect, to come, play, practice, push your skills, learn from other people, see what they're up to, ask them how they did it. And a lot of, it's just a wonderful, unique place for you to come and hang out and really sort of take your presentations to the next level. So twice a year we run them. The next one will be in February. The current one starts on Monday. So we've got a bit of a tight window here. We need to get you in and registered. You need to be in for Monday, else it's not going to make any sense. You're not going to get those. You're going to feel left out and behind if we let you in later than that. So we really want to get you in. Just seeing you're asking here about why a Chrome browser. You're talking about when I'm on about a guest coming on, presumably Catherine, which was a little way back. I'm assuming that's what you mean. But yeah, we just find that Chrome works a lot better with this setup. And certainly if you're asking a guest to come in and share their screen, I'm pretty sure they need to be on Chrome to be able to do that. Right, so we start on Monday, ELA Live. So you can join Ecamm Academy anytime in the year. That online material is yours to access. And anyone who joined since last February has had the course, gone through the training, and have been given a ticket to this next ELA Live. And that's what happens. If you join at any time in the year, you can access the training, and whatever the next one is coming up, twice a year, you will be given a ticket to that. But now is a perfect time because you can get straight in here, not have to wait, not be kind of stuck with your questions and not having a group to play with. So we start Monday, and the format is we've got a Facebook group. So every time we run a new ELA Live, we have a new pop-up Facebook group. And previously, we've been able to go live into that Facebook group. This is the first time that we've run it where Facebook has stopped third parties like Ecamm and other platforms. It's not just Ecamm, from stopping them from going into the Facebook group without a lot of hacking. And so we're embracing that. And we're actually, we were doing it yesterday and it went really well. We're going to be doing our daily lives. So yes, we'll use a Facebook group for our 2 weeks together, but every day through that 2 weeks, we're going to be going live onto Zoom. You can come on with us. And I think it is actually a much nicer experience because I'm looking here at the minute and, I can see Cherie in front of me here. When am I doing the drawing? We'll be doing the drawing in about 10 minutes, I think. 10, 15 minutes max, 10 minutes. But I'm looking at others and like on here it says to me, City of Morganton. I'm not actually sure your name on there. I think you told me it earlier on, but while I'm running through this, it's not there. How much nicer than just seeing a thumbnail and a name to actually see you. And, for me presenting, I can just glance across and I can see a gallery view. And it's much easier for me to go, who's done this before? Yeah, show of hands. Great. Who wants to demonstrate that? And I can bring you on if there's a question that I get stuck with and I'm not quite meaning what you're trying to say. I can unmute you. You could ask me the question. So I'm looking forward to this. Is the first time we've done it and we've actually used Zoom to help us like this. So every day for an hour at 4 p.m. here, which will be, so this time, so 8 a.m. I'm afraid Pacific time. I realize you've got to get camera ready at 8 a.m. Maybe we've been a bit too cruel there. Just put a baseball cap on, that'll be fine. We want to see you on those lives every day. We are going to be doing challenges. We're going to be pushing you. We're giving you homework each day. And we'll be taking a lot of Q&A and helping you build this out. So a combination of the Facebook group, you can post questions in if something's not working or you want to take a screenshot and share that in there. Or you can actually record a video and upload it into there. And then we'll be doing the Zoom calls as well. And because we're really trying to cover all the bases really, as well as us going for an hour like that into Zoom, when we get into the practice stage towards the end of the first week and into the second week, we're actually going to be opening up Zoom as well to have live rooms in effect. And it's not me teaching or doing anything more. I may be in, I may not be in, but the idea is really that we're going to open that up for you to be able to take over with a few of you in that Zoom meeting. And you can take over, see what you've been building out through this first week in terms of scenes, bringing somebody in, running a slideshow. We really want to give you opportunity to have a play with this, make sure everything works, use this as the testing ground really, and then you can head out to your own Zoom account, do your webinar, whatever it is, and just have that confidence that you got it working. What's it like interviewing? Have a go at that. You can, of course, still do your own Zoom meetings. You can still go live out to YouTube and different places, and you can post those links in and say, hey, I'm going to go live over here. Come and join me. I'm going to show you I'm going to play a little show reel in a minute. You'll realize how powerful this is. Everyone who has been through, and we've had over 2,000, nearly 2,500 Ecamm customers that have come through our academy. And they all tell us that yes, the training is great, but the live experience, working alongside people, getting that support is absolutely invaluable. So we love that. The 4 stages that we will be going through. It is funny. I've been on the last couple of days. I've had Fulgens here and Anna as well on with me, and it's funny because I just suddenly thought I'm doing all the talking here. But I am doing all the talking because it's only me. Just threw me out. The 4 stages that we're going to go through that, so this is why you have notes on your teleprompter, but you need to make sure you're watching them. The 4 stages we're going to go through are about planning so if for me doing this, and I'll talk about this next week, how did I come at this? First thing I do is I'm planning it and I'm writing out a Google Doc. I'm then thinking through, okay, what do I need to build inside of Ecamm? So we go from planning to building. I'll then practice it through to make sure that everything is muted or not muted at the right times, to check that volume levels sound okay and that tickers and things work, that links work. So I practice through, and then by the time now I come to actually deliver it, it feels a lot easier and lighter because I've practiced it. Everything's there. My Stream Deck is done, and I've tested that all of those buttons work. So we're going to really unpack that for you. We did it this week in the foundations training, and we're really going to have a lot longer to unpack that. I want this to really sink in, that whether it's a podcast, whether it's recording a video for YouTube, you're going to be able to just go, right, I've got a playlist for this, I've got a profile for this, I've got another one for that. And just have a real confidence coming through everything else that you're doing after this. Okay, so I've done all that. I've said all that. We're also, Anna and Fulgens that were with us the last couple of days will be back. They're going to be doing a masterclass with us as well during the second week. And the wonderful Paul and Val, who are on in the chat today, will also be in. Paul and Val have just really take ownership of this academy, the training, and I love it. So they will be also in with me. They will be offering additional calls, Q&A calls. And at the end of our 2 weeks together, the group will actually stay open and active until we run another one in February. And I very much hand the reins over to Paul and Val at that point, who will be carrying on in the group. They will continue doing challenges, continuing answering questions. So you've got so much support on hand here. This is more than just an online course. You've got incredible support. You're going to be coming out of this 2 weeks together like little Ecamm Jedi Masters. And if you've been through this before, you can absolutely come back through as an alumni, and we've got a special rate for you because you've already got the training. You're just paying to come back in for the 2 weeks. So if anyone has been through before, give me a shout out in the comments. I would love to hear from you, and just hear that, maybe some feedback from you about what you thought to the academy. Now, before I just play a quick testimonial show reel, which I'd like to do. Sorry, I've had that sitting open for about 5 minutes waiting to pause so I could have a quick drink. Let me just tell you again about this prize draw. Have we got more people that are in now? So the prize draw is going to be two separate, I don't know what I just did then, two separate prize draws. And one of them, okay, we're getting a few, we're 24 now. You've got a 1 in 24 chance of either winning. Those of you that are in are going to say, stop showing the QR code. We don't want anybody else to join. It's bugging me because that's not centered on there, but never mind. We're going to give you a scan on there if you, or go to that URL, put your name, put your email in, and you will either, or someone is going to win a free ticket to the Academy. We're also giving away a year's pro license for Ecamm. Worth, I really should have taken a note of that. I think it's about, off my head, I want to say $386. Paul or Val or Katie, if you're there, you can just confirm that. But I think I'm right with that. So fantastic. All right. So really cool. Last little chance. I'm just going to play a show reel video. And I think I've said everything that I needed to do, even though my notes were nowhere near where I wanted them. Let me just play this very quick little testimonial. I'll take that off, and then I reckon if we've got any, we'll do the prize draw. I know you're all waiting for that, and then I can answer any questions after that. Caroline's just saying, she loved it. And Mark's saying, G. Albert, yep. The last time was in 2021. There's a lot changed since then. Ross says, been through. Great learning experience. Dr. Sunny says, Paul and Val are amazing. Helped me get unstuck numerous times. Yeah, big shout out to Paul and Val. They're amazing. Right, so let me just play this to you, and then we will do the prize draw. It's been a long week, and it's only Thursday. Right, here we go. Let me just play this for you.
Adrian's Ecamm Academy revolutionized my business.
My experience of going through Ecamm Live Academy was simply amazing.
Everybody keeps learning, starts from nothing, and gets where they're going.
I used Ecamm for about 2.5 years before that. During the Ecamm Academy, I found I was only using about 5% of the power of Ecamm Live. And Adrian just kind of opened it up for me.
When Ecamm Live came out with a completely new version, Adrian completely overhauled his content to keep pace. And I would have had access to that content whether I repeated the Academy or not.
I love the atmosphere. I love the training, the education, the pace. I guess, it really comes down to the instructor, Adrian.
I have taken 2 rounds of this with Adrian and the gang, and I have been thrilled with the quality of the instruction that we get, and the patience and the good, kind-hearted spirit of not only our instructor, Adrian, but also of his helpers and our community.
The ongoing support with the Facebook group, it has been outstanding.
It's priceless. Adrian will discuss different topics. He will take you through demonstrations live and answer your questions almost to no end.
I really encourage you to get into Ecamm, and the only way to do that is to get into Adrian's Ecamm Academy.
Saved me so much time and frustration, because if you're going to go and learn this stuff, learn it from the best and get it right the first time. I could do trial and error. I could go live a bunch of times in Ecamm, but nobody's going to explain it and spell it out for me and make it as organized as Adrian Salisbury did.
To the person that's sitting on the fence considering whether they want to purchase this training course, Ecamm Live Academy, I would say do so now without hesitation. I'll simply tell you this: the class is amazing, but the group support is outstanding. There's none like this one.
Worth every penny.
So I just encourage you, sign up. Just do it.
So if you're on the fence about joining the Academy, I strongly encourage you to say yes. Video is the future. There's no denying it. And if you want to learn to do it right, Adrian Salisbury is the guy to learn from.
Love that. Some happy customers there. I've got another show reel for you, an original one that I'll play out with as an outro at the end as well. as I say, we've had over 2,000 customers go through this. We get a lot of great feedback, and you can see there, there's a real theme going through this. This is a fantastic event that we really encourage you to come and join. So Ecamm Live Academy, I haven't actually showed you properly the page. I'm just dragging out. I'm just seeing if there's any last people that are going to come in and join to get into the prize draw. But this is the sales page that you can head over to. And I tell you what, let's do the prize draw first, because some of you are thinking, well, what's the point of going over there and buying it because I might actually win it, right? Am I right? So I'm with you. Let's do this competition, and we'll spin this wheel. So I better stop this little ticker now, because that's going to go. One last person just snuck in, Andres Gomez. Let's just make sure you get onto my little wheel. You're the last person being entered. Now this should hopefully make sure that we don't have any duplicates. We don't want anybody cheating and putting their names in twice. Right, so you ready? This is the bit that I love, or it can sometimes be a bit chaos, but when everyone starts saying they can't see their name. Can you see your name? This is the last chart. If you haven't put your name on there, we got to go for it. All right. So you've had 47 minutes to go over there, get your name on. Now the important thing is, I'm going to click to spin this. The first one we're going to do is for a ticket to ELA. Yes, says just Toronado. No idea whose your name is on there, but doesn't matter. This is why I wanted your email addresses, so that I can actually send to you. Hang on a sec, Rachel just walked in. I'm using my 4G. Has it all died? Yeah. Guys, and I'm guessing most of you have, well, I've got 20 people still on. I'm going to just drag on for a minute. We have a very random thunderstorm that I can't believe it. Right as we're about to click and draw people. So I couldn't even message or do anything. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to sit tight for a minute, and we're back. Yes. Thankfully, Ecamm was sitting, although it's sitting spinning because I'd lost the internet, it's sitting here saying, click to resume. So it did let me pick this up. So interestingly, I wonder what will happen on the, I was quickly trying to do another recording to tag on to the back of it. Oh, and this happened last time, didn't it? And I think it was because we were doing 4K. And we've deliberately pulled that down. We thought we'd covered the bases. We've got 49 of you back. Still here. Excellent. Is there Jeopardy music somewhere? No. So now, yeah, let's just, hang on a minute. Right, we're going to just pause that and breathe a minute. Let's just see. I want to have a little check in with you here. Yeah. So it's purely down to, I just can't quite believe it, because I'm pretty sure, was it January or this time last year when we were doing the same event, and we're doing this kind of wheel, and then we had people that weren't able to get back in, but they'd put their names in. So do they get a ticket? And right. Thank you. Right. As we say, life happens just a little bit too often. But we literally sat here and heard this. I can hear it now. Really loud thunder. Jeff, we don't get this in the UK, right? I know you guys in Florida and places, you know, this is pretty standard. But oh, somebody didn't make the wheel last time either. Right. Go on. I'll sneak in one more name on here that we haven't got. And how tough are we going to be? I think we've got 65 people on, so I reckon you got a fair chance at this, that we are still going to stick with it. Right, quickly pop in the chat if your name isn't, it would help if I was showing you. If your name isn't on that list, quickly tell me in the chat. Let's pop it in. You've been given a second lifeline here. We were just about to spin it. How do I refresh? How do you mean? Donnie. Oh, Donnie, it's you. Let's pop you on the bottom of here. George's name isn't on the wheel. You definitely filled the form out, George. George there. Rob, my name is not on the list. Right, let me just come back to this one a second. Lawrence, I can see there, and I tell you, I think we need to find a new way of doing this. They're definitely all the names that I can see on the form. That is up to date, so it's not a problem with that. G. Albert's not seeing your name. Well, at least it's letting a few people get back in. You're in a hurricane right now. Oh, no. Cherie, you're not seeing your name. Am I spelling that right? Hewitt, yes. Right. Okay. I can see new comments. Come on. Anthony Samu. Are you guys definitely filling out the form? How is this not working? And I seem to have more names going on this list than people we've got on. Lawrence is... I've just put Lawrence in. Yes. Welcome back, Lawrence. Caroline, Marianne. Are you sure you're not in? There you go. Right, everyone add your name in the chat if you don't see your name. Absolutely, Val. But no, Anthony, we've got you. Cherie, add please. Yes, my name isn't on the wheel. I did confirm that I entered. Catherine. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. Catherine is in. Anyone else in Florida? Don't mention rain. Yeah, I heard that Florida's getting. I know one of my customers had to cancel a support call. Mine is not. Well, where have all these names come from? Mark, you are on. Jeff. Oh, for goodness sake. I bet you're all laughing at me. Mark skipping taking the garbage out. Yeah, I got to do mine today as well. Mark, your name's on the list, isn't it? Mark, you're the only one not telling me that your name's not on the list, but it's not on the list. We've got to find a better way to do this. MMA Saka, saw your name. Excellent. Right. James Nielsen. Hey, good to see you again. Why do I think you won last time, James? Right. Okay. Put my wife and 5 kids' names on. No, behave. You're not on. Who's this? Lawrence. Lawrence Idem. I bet Owen is super glad that he's not actually here with me right now, because he would be the one doing all this instead of me. Mike Austin, are you guys just sneaking in now? And right, this has got to be. We've got to move on. Yes, you're on the list. Fun to watch. Deal with such court. I don't know about that, but. Right, okay. I want to stop looking at the chat. Please, let's spin this wheel. It'll be time for ELA at this rate. And we need to be, do I need to be off? I'm just trying to think, am I supposed to be off the YouTube channel? Right, here we go. We're going to click super quick here. If your name comes up, you've won a ticket to ELA Live. Chad Eric Medford. Right, now you've got to tell me that you're here. You've got a minute to identify yourself. Are we all right, Ecamm? I'm not overrunning on somebody else being on the channel, am I? Chad, come on, you haven't quite won yet. We need to know you're here. We are being strict. Tell me if you see Chad. City of Morganton, is that right? Definitely. I want to have a look at the emails. City of, not that I don't trust you, of course, but why can't I see Chad? Chad says Chad Video Services. That's very different to what's, come on. Chad is, all right, we'll let you, Chad. Sorry for doubting you. Great, good to have you on. So, thank you very much. Well done to, oops, I shouldn't be on that screen, should I? So, Chad, you've just won a free ticket there. I tell you what, being as it's so chaotic, Owen, if you wouldn't mind, if you've got access to that form, if you want to just highlight Chad so remember, or I guess we'll watch this back. You've been so amazingly patient on here. We're actually going to spin this again and give away another ticket to ELA Academy. So this is for the Ecamm Academy, ELA Live, starting on Monday. This is going to be a second ticket. Chad, why is that not taking you off? I got to take you off. Chad. Can't have you winning twice. We know it's going to happen. Right, okay. Let's spin it again. A second ticket. How about a second spin, Steve? Read your mind. Come on. Oh, so thought that was going to be Donny. George Canellis. George. And I know you're here unless you've just disappeared in the last couple of minutes. Ah, that's what I should have clicked. Remove. Come on, George. You'll be glad to do this. I just put your name in a minute ago. Yes, I know, Jen. I'm sorry. I'm being a tough cop over here. There's George. Amazing. George is in, so we can take that off. Well done, George. My branding's all over the place. So, 2 tickets given away, but are you all ready now? The rest of you got to pay to come and join the Academy. Although there was a discount for those of you that came and joined us earlier in the week with Ecamm Foundations. You will have had an email from Katie today and you get a discount for completing a survey because you were in with us this week. So do check out that one. We're kind of looking after you all over here. So this one is for a whopping year's pro license of Ecamm. So if you're not on Ecamm at the minute, it'll just give you that. If you've got one, it will apply. If you're already on a subscription, it will apply it to the end. So when this payment is finished, it'll apply a year to your license. George should get a gold mug for being the winningest member. I love it. Right, okay, ready to go. We do this again. Tension's high. This is a high stake prize. That said to remove Donny, but he's still in there, you cheeky thing. It wasn't Donny. Sorry, Donny. It was because it nearly landed on you. Right, here we go for an Ecamm license. Oh, he's getting excited. Tora Spraggs. Now, Tora, have I seen a Tora here in the last couple of minutes? Come on. Yes, of course we did. There you go. Amazing. So Tora is here as well. I can take that off. Wow, that was fast. In 13 seconds, you managed to get in. Love it. So thank you so much. And so sorry about the chaos of that falling apart. So there are winners in. The rest of you are going to have to pay to come and join us. And as I said, this is Ecamm Live Academy. So this is the online training, and it's also coming and joining us in ELA Live. So you can head over here to adriansalisbury.com/ELA, or you can go to ecammliveacademy.com. This is our page. It tells you a little bit about what we're doing over there. You can see all the cool stuff that you get. And this is the important bit. This is the tickets to ELA Live that you can come and join us next week. Starts in 3 days, and absolutely love to have you in here. So ELA existing customers. So for our alumni, you can come and join us again. And so it's $199 to get Ecamm Academy plus ELA Live. If you're coming back round again, and so many do, it's $99 to come and join us for the 2 weeks, get access to that group again for, it's not quite 6 months, but it's until we open the doors again. We'd absolutely love to have you back. Now, I have just popped up as well on here another QR code. We're loving the QR codes today. So if you want to, rather than, I should have put this up earlier, shouldn't I? Sorry, you've all just typed it in. If you want to head over to our sales page and be all snazzy, you can just hold your phone at this, open up the camera, it'll open that up, and you can now as well, we've got this even more jazzy, you can actually join and pay with Apple Pay and Google Pay as well. So along with PayPal and just your regular, I was going to say cash, but it isn't cash. You can't pay with cash. Anything else you can pay with. But we're really excited about this. We would love to see you guys come and join us over there. We have a blast, a lot of fun, a lot of education in there as well. Some amazing coaches, as you've seen. Mike's watching live from a flight. How cool is that? Shame we didn't win. That would have been cool, Mike. You could have jumped up in your chair and told everybody. Rachel's just saying, thank you, Rach. The new Facebook group is open now. Rach, how many people have we got already in? I know there's quite a few people that have already registered and are in. Since there are guys that have joined since the last time we ran a live event. So we've got those folk in. You can come and join. So the Facebook group is open. You can come, say hello, get familiar, be one of the first ones to get in and check it out. Paul and Val will be in there as well. And yeah, I promise you're just going to love this. So do come and join us. It's the best way to learn and grow with Ecamm. I'm going to play you out, I think, with, I didn't spot on here, actually. I was just a little bit concerned that I've overrun my time because of that. Paul, am I all right to play an outro? You're fine. Oh, it's 15 minutes after. All right. I'll start an outro while this overlays up on here anyway, and I will pull it down a couple of minutes before. So thank you so much, everybody. Sorry that was a bit chaotic, but hey, as somebody said, it's good to see how those of us that are a bit more experienced cope with this as well. You didn't see me pulling my hair out and screaming when it all went down, but it all came back up, and I'm glad you showed up. And hopefully this wasn't too bad a quality, because this was using my phone's 4G. I'll play you out with this outro. I'd love to see you in the Academy. Fire away if you've got any questions, and we look forward to seeing you. Thank you, Neil. Thanks, George. Great to see everybody. All the best, guys.
Of this video today is to give a huge shout out to Adrian and Ecamm Live Academy. Listen, Ecamm Live is a software that I had for months and I didn't even know what I had on my hands.
I've actually been using Ecamm for almost 2 years. So this is not just for people who are just getting started with Ecamm. I knew I was only using maybe 5% of its capability.
I was just scratching the surface on what I was able to do in the Ecamm software.
He takes you through step by step how to get the most out of Ecamm Live.
Adrian and his wonderful team broke Ecamm Live down step by step, module by module.
In watching Adrian, I learned so much about the art of doing a live stream. He's just fantastic in the way that he engages with the audience.
It was Adrian Salisbury's teaching that basically helped me understand the facets of Ecamm Live and the things that I could do with it to really make my videos look professional.
His course is fantastic.
Adrian has a gift of clearly teaching this software systematically.
So I love how Adrian breaks everything down step by step, everything I wanted to know about.
Guys, I learned so much on the technical side of Ecamm Live.
He connected all the dots, helping me to gain confidence and proficiency using Ecamm Live.
And he took me from zero to hero in knowing Ecamm Live and working with Ecamm Live, and it took a couple of days.
So this class has totally taken me from that little bit of knowledge that I had and the things I already love using to 100% of the possibilities. So many things I didn't know it could do, so many things I may have known it could do but didn't know how to do it.
I'm very non-techie. I'm still learning, but I have improved already with just the basic things tenfold, and I am so proud of myself.
It's made me more confident.
You're going to be looking forward to everything he's teaching, and you're going to be waiting for the next day to be able to look at the next video.
The class was excellent, the networking terrific. He formed this beautiful community of wonderful folks that are like-minded.
I'm just so grateful for this community. It is seriously the best Facebook group that I have been in.
Most fun course I've ever done.
Everyone inside of the group is so positive and they're so helpful.
I've made some lifetime friends from this amazing course.
He just creates such a great community of people that are willing to help each other out because they model what Adrian does.
To have Adrian's expertise and fun way of teaching us how to use it, the coaching calls and the whole Facebook group to really interact and practice each of the skills that we're learning has just been tremendous. You'll find that a lot of people even want to do it again and again because it's actually just one of those courses that's just so amazing. Yeah, you don't want to leave.
I wish it never ended.
Adrian is a great instructor.
Adrian's personality is just amazing.
I cannot recommend another highly enough.
And I am so thankful that I found Adrian and his courses.
Adrian is authentic.
He's like a huge expert.
If you've ever watched any of his YouTube videos or seen any of his programs, you know that the guy is real.
Listen to what he is saying. Adrian knows his stuff.
He puts his heart out there and he does what he does because he loves it.
Adrian is a fabulous instructor, and he not only provides tips and tricks and shows you all that is possible with the software, but he also provides guidance and information on the hardware parts that could enhance the entire production.
All of the little tips and tricks have been priceless.
He's certainly the best educator I've ever been around in my adult life.
Guys, he's just a great educator.